And also to get a better idea of the current situation and also to break down the war strategies of both the United States and Iran, we earlier spoke with Mr. Ben Aris, who is the founder and editor-in-chief of BNE Intel News and former Moscow bureau chief of the Daily Telegraph. Listen to what he had to say.
In the initial exchange, everyone fired a lot of missiles. However, for Iran, they have a huge stockpile, which they've built up over 10 years of very sophisticated drones and missiles. You can describe their drones. They make a tenth of the number that the Russians do, but they're like cheap versions of cruise missiles. They're much more sophisticated. They go much further. They carry much heavier payload. And the strategy on the Iranian side is not to win the war. All they've got to do is stay in it longer than the Americans can bear the pain of oil prices going up to $200. So they're scaling back, but they've hidden and dispersed. They executed what they call the decentralized mosaic defense plan, and they've broken the IRGC units into about 30 autonomous units. They've scattered and hidden their drones and missiles all over the country. And what they're looking for here now is to just spin this out, because Trump has a hard deadline. He can't go into the midterm elections in November still fighting this war. But the Iranian army can take as long as they like. And all they need to do is hunker down and not stand in front of American guns, and then keep peppering US bases, Israel, the Gulf states, oil production to cause chaos. And the longer that goes on in what is an asymmetrical war, where there's mismatch between the powers of the military, all they've got to do is spin it out long enough, because the oil prices, the Straits of Hormuz, the main problem, is still closed. And as long as that's closed, the oil prices are going to continue to go up. We've seen them bounce around, but they're back above $100. And that feeds through. So fertilizer prices are now rising. Plastic producers in Asia are now having to cut down. The oil price in the States has jumped by the most ever in a day as a result of this. And that's their strategy. They're going to continue to cause chaos because their big stick is turbulence on the international energy markets.